Hello. Gosh, sometimes the countdown is on, not only to Christmas, but to gin school. That's where I'm off to this afternoon. And when I come home, our friends are coming for dinner. So I just wanted something that can be popped into the oven or reheated really quickly. Now, if you were watching yesterday, I made my bulk bolognese. So go back and watch yesterday's live if you want to see how that's done. This is the end result. This is one of 3 containers that I got out of my bulk bolognese. So what I've done here, I've actually got my pasta. Did you know you can cook pasta, ouch, that's hot, in your thermo server? Super simple. If you want the recipe, let me know and I will tell you. It's so easy, you'll just go, why didn't I know that? This is the old, what I'll call retro thermo server. The new one has an insulated lid and is even better, but mine are both in use at the moment. I'm just going to quickly run my hand under some cold water, but I'm going to flip the screen because what I'm going to do with this, I'm actually going to turn this pasta, and I'm actually going to strain it. Excuse me, coming across for the reach. I'm just going to strain my pasta in my simmering basket. So every part of your Thermomix has multiple uses. So so I don't burn myself, I'm going to put my handle, i.e. my spatula, onto my basket. Now, remember to flip your flap because, well, number one, if it's full of stuff and you tip it, that keeps it out the way, okay? So always flip your flap, okay? So I'm just going to strain this first, and then I'm going to, so I'm just going to leave that to strain for a moment, and then I'm going to come up to search, and I'm going to search for bechamel. I actually did a sneaky search before, so going for bechamel, I'm going for, which one am I going for? I think I decided to go for the no-fail bechamel. So straight into it. Now, I don't need a lot, so I'm actually coming down to 300 gram serve. So it's only a small serve. So it adjusts the recipe for you. So if you wanted to go to a lot, then it will obviously, I didn't have that much milk, so I decided I would do the amount of milk that I have on hand. So then we're going to start. So I've 100% honest, this is the first time I've made bechamel in my TM7, and you might notice pearl's gone, no more pearl. So I'm just awaiting my second TM7 because, you know, I walk my talk and I was just finding it really frustrating going backwards and forwards. So I decided to stick with my new sexy 7. So I'm just going to put in my butter, bit of butter. Now with this one, you don't need to make a roux. So, oh shoot, I actually only need half that, don't I? That's okay. Butter, fat is flavour, that'll do me. So I'll tick that off. Then I need 250 grams of milk. So hopefully I've got that much milk. Oh, actually I've got more milk than I realised. Actually, maybe I will do the double, seeing as I'm going to just go back and put that extra butter in. So I'll just double all of these. So if you, oh look, yeah. There you go, not quite double. Whoops. And then I'll just put in that bit of extra butter that I cut off before. The butter's in. So now I'm going to need 40 grams of flour. I like to use corn flour for 2 reasons. Number one, we are not making a roux. So if you're using plain flour, you can sometimes get that raw flour taste. Whereas if you're using corn flour, you don't need to cook it off. So, and also if you've got anyone who's celiac, then it's not a bother. So we need 40 grams of that. Oh, yay, we're going to get ticked off. No, we're not going to get ticked off. Oh, that's because I've gone double. Duh. Ignore me. So we need some salate and pepite. So got my little salty pig. I don't know if these are still in the mix shop, but if they are, they're fabulous. So, and we've got a sale on salt, pepper. I'm not going to do the nutmeg because I'm going to go next. And I am going to find my lid and green for go. So that's going to be 12 minutes at 100 degrees. So I'm actually going to pour this over the top of my bolognese mix. So I'm going to pull you back a bit. Oops. Pull you back a bit. And I'm going to get out my beautiful cast iron. I'm actually going to cut some cheese up and put that into my sauce. So if you come, I will go back to the current steps. So I've got my pasta here that I've strained, and I've got my bulk bolognese here. Now this is lamb mince I did yesterday. So I developed, or I don't even know who developed this recipe, to be honest. Somebody did. It wasn't me. I've tweaked it and made it my own, obviously. This recipe I actually make in my TM6, or made in my TM6 with raw mince. This one I actually browned all of my meat. I think I'm going to fill this up because I'm feeding a couple of people. So we'll mix that up, put it all in. And then I'm just going to pour the cheesy sauce over the top. So as I say, I've got 3 containers that size. What else would I do with this mince? I'd use it on nachos. I'd use it, put refried beans and some chili into it, and it would be a chili con carne. You could use it for just normal spaghetti, but I just wanted something that would pop into the oven. So I'm making this look a lot harder than it actually is because that meat was cold, okay? But that will have a few hours, because once I put that cheese sauce over the top, I'm going to pop this into the fridge, and then I will just get my husband to put it into the oven about an hour before I get home from gin school. So what is gin school, I heard you ask? Gin school is where you go and learn how to make gin. So this is an annual little thing a girlfriend and I do, and we come away with a nice 500ml bottle of gin and have a couple of gins along the way. So that is ready for my sauce, and I'll just pop that out the way. Oh, there it goes. So that lid is now locked at the moment, but I'm going to show you once I've cut my cheese up. I'm not going to grate it, I'm just going to pop it in cubes, like so. Let's see how good a guesser I am. I reckon that's about 100 grams. So I'm going to go for 150. Not sure. As you can see, I work backwards these days, so I can't see any comments, I can't see anyone who's on, but I like for you to be able to see the Thermomix screen and read it. So before, there's a light over it. Before, I used to be able to flip the screen. I can no longer do that. So, okay, so that says I'm about halfway through here. So if I stop that, the lid will open. I'll open that. Actually, I just want to put my scale on. Just come back to manual mode. And I'm going to pop the scale on just to see how clever I am, or not. Let me see what that weighs. Oh, not quite. Let me put... I like it cheesy, so about 150 grams. That'll do. Oh, I love it when it's almost dead on. So we will then pull the screen down and come back to our sauce and start. It has actually defaulted to 12 minutes now, because as you can see, now that I've added, hopefully if you can see, now that I've added the cold cheese, the temperature has dropped down. So it's only at 60. So it's going to go for 12 minutes. I am not going to keep you hanging around for 12 minutes. What I will do is squidge around and say goodbye. So, quick recap, make your bulk bolognese. You can do it in your TM6 with raw meat or use one of the guided high heat settings. With the TM7, you can go straight into high heat without following a recipe. So, this is my bolognese pasta, and I'm going to pour that cheesy sauce over the top of that. It'll go into the oven for about an hour, so hubby can pop that into the oven when he comes to pick us up from gin school, and then dinner will be ready when we get home. So if you want these recipes, please make comments and I will share them with you, okay? The TM6 bulk bolognese is ready to go. I just need to readjust for the high heat on the TM7 recipes. So anywho, that's me. See you all on the flip side, and hashtag replay if you're watching this a bit later. Bye bye.